Let's start with the reading, Capricorn. This reading is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. We're going to look into your recent past, current energy, and immediate future. For cross watchers, keep in mind that energies go both ways, so please take the messages as the best resonate with you. All right, recent past. Let's look into your current energies and immediate future. Energy at the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. So what I see here is overall someone who is acting very cold towards you. I see a person who barely moves, barely progresses into the situation. And this is clearly something that is making you asking questions to yourself. This is someone who at times can also neglect certain issues, being passive aggressive, pretend that everything is fine, but their actions and overall behavior changes. And so right here, you're just wondering what this really is about. So let's see how this energy will connect to the rest of the reading. First of all, let's look into your recent past. Queen of Swords and the High Priestess, you clearly have been trying to understand what's really happening here. And you are trying to do this from different places as well. First of all, with the Queen of Swords, you're trying to be very clear-minded when you think about the situation. You are evaluating their actions, their behavior, and you're trying to make sense of it. But at the same time, I do feel that in the past, you have been trying to talk to this person, to get into a conversation where maybe you could have not only heard what they were saying to you, but also read in between the lines, as the High Priestess can actually do. So right here, what you are trying to do is understanding what this person is really thinking. This is not someone who's easy to understand, to figure out. It's clear that this person often says something and then you find out that they meant something different. They often act as though, as we were seeing with the Nine of Pentacles, everything is fine, but you are able to see that their actions change and you know that something else is going on. And so with the Queen of Swords, you're being honest, you're seeking the truth, and you're trying to do that from a place of clarity without thinking about how frustrated you are, letting that go so that you can really get to the truth. But still, I see this as being a challenge in the past, at least. With the High Priestess, as we were saying, you're focusing on this and trying to really read in between the lines, which is all you can do right now because this person is not really completely telling you what's going on, and it's not easy to deal with. So let's see what the current energies are here. So as far as the energies that you have around you right now, we can see that soon you might be really understanding why this person behaves the way they do. First of all, we have the Page of Cups, Eight of Swords, and Ten of Wands. And we see with the first card what type of person you are overall dealing with. Right here, we have definitely a person who is very emotional. Someone who, regardless of what they say and what they do, cares about you very much. This person, though, the issue with the Page of Cups in this context is that they're not always able to handle their emotions, you know? They're often finding themselves in positions where they feel the negative side of those beautiful emotions because they experience them very deeply. They are a very sensitive person regardless of the fact that they admit it to you or to the world or to themselves either. But deep inside, the things have a very big impact on them and on their actions, on their words. They need to show who they really are here, to you and to themselves. They need some of that Queen of Swords energy, also the High Priestess, being honest, because just by doing that, they really will be able to change the situation and to make it better for you and for themselves. They tend to become very sensitive. And maybe, for some of you, you have seen that in this person. Depending on how you enter the conversation, what you say, they get very defensive. And it's hard overall to really understand where things stand in this case, in this specific time. So with the Eight of Swords and the Ten of Wands, I'm starting to see what this person's issues might be, what their fears might be. With the Eight of Swords, you definitely have someone who has a lot of negative thoughts. They tend to create their own reality and they trap themselves in it, in a place where they're powerless, where they feel as though they cannot change the situation. And the truth is they cannot change it, but mainly because they created it. And so it's really hard to fight a monster, to fight an enemy that it's not there. And so overall here, they're giving away their personal responsibility and power as well to their fears. And it's hard to get out of that for sure. They need to work on creating an internal power, something that will really make them able to let go of these fears and focus on what they really have in front of themselves. With the Eight of Swords, we always have a message that says we are never really stuck and we can control the situation depending on how we react in the situation towards the situation itself. So their issue right here is definitely connected to this Ten of Wands. When I'm looking at this card, I'm thinking that this is how they perceive you right now. Maybe up to this point, you went through a phase in your life where you needed help or support. There were a lot of things that you were taking care of, a lot of things that you were working towards. And right here, that phase is over. In a way, you might not need them anymore. That's how they see the situation being right now. Maybe you have lost something. You have lost maybe some weight. You have lost a burden on your shoulders. And now they just see you as someone free. Someone that, in a way, they cannot control. They're not controlled by the situation that they were carrying on their shoulders. And because of this person is starting to have negative thoughts, thinking that they're going to lose you because you don't need them anymore. And so it's clear that this person is in their head a lot, and not for good reasons. These fears are all created because they see a change in you. Therefore, they change themselves. That's the main message that I'm seeing right now, is this person changed because they think you have changed or your environment has changed. And so they're anticipating your transformation, and they're anticipating the fact that you're going to leave them, at least in their head. Now, let's see what we have in the immediate future. All right. So down here, I do believe that things are starting to get a little better. First of all, we have Ace of Swords. And what this card always represents is clarity. And I bet you will agree with me, this situation needs a lot of clarity. It needs some light. It needs the truth. And that's what you get with the Ace of Swords. A breakthrough moment where you realize that things are not like you thought they were. And overall, that breakthrough moment is associated to an Ace card, which means a new beginning. This person seems to be ready to take action right now, instead of moving so slow, barely moving at all with the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Right now, something has changed right here or will change in the immediate future, which will show them the right way, will give them that mental clarity that will allow them to see the root of the problem. And I do believe, from what I've seen so far, that the root of the problem is their fears, is their insecurities. And as long as they go for the truth, everything can work out. And so right here, also, we see an unexpected event towards you, maybe an unexpected message. The way they will talk to you, it will feel as though this person is really clear-minded now, as though up to this point they have been on drugs, and then right now instead they're clean, and you feel as though you are talking to a different person, to the person that was behind that layer of insecurities and fears. And with strength right there, you see that overall they feel more confident, and they feel confident in being vulnerable, in telling you what's really happening here and what's really going on, as well as telling you, I bet, their intentions and how they feel towards you, opening up their heart, the strength to open up their heart to you, regardless of the consequences, feeling those emotions like the Page of Cups does, but in a more mature way. And so let's look into how the immediate future energies can change the direction and outcome of this connection relationship. We have seen here that this person clearly needs to work within themselves in order to make this situation successful. Unfortunately, from what I see here, there's not much that you can do, because regardless of what you show to them, regardless of your attempts in bringing clarity into the situation, they're not listening, not right now. But in the immediate future, things are going to change, and they will start listening to you, to their heart, to their friends, to the environment around them, telling them, stop being in this Eight of Swords energy. Get out of it, because you have something beautiful around you. You have someone very special, and you do not want to miss out on that. So let's look into this Ace of Swords and strength. Ah, look at that. The Two of Wands. There's clearly some planning here happening. This person is planning to do something after the Ace, one step after that, something that will be based on that new clarity that they have. So let's look into these three cards. Let's see what this person is planning to do and how the situation will change from this moment forward. I'll be continuing the reading in the extended video, link below in the description box. Follow me there if you want to dive deeper into the messages. Also, don't forget that every week I randomly select viewers that have watched the extended video to offer them a free personal 30-minute reading. Stay tuned for the extended preview and some more content made just for you. Welcome back to your extended reading, Capricorn. We have seen a situation that we clearly understand why can be frustrating to you. Not being able to have someone around you who believes what you're saying, who is clear-minded and understands what is really happening in the situation, can be hard to handle. But the good news here is that in the immediate future, we have good energies that are showing us a progression. They're showing us perhaps a Knight of Pentacles reverse, which will go upright. Still move slow, but at least moving forward, instead of just sitting there and thinking that everything is going to fall apart, therefore making everything falling apart. So right here, clarity is coming. And with that, we see plans. We see a new chapter. So let's look immediately into what this person is realizing right now and what they're planning to do in the immediate future. Look at that. This is clearly